millions of Ukrainians that continue to endure unimaginable suffering, fear, and to defend our freedom. This is a war, and now is the time when fundamental principles of the world order are tested. And I would therefore like today at this gathering to highlight 3 points. First, when international law is trampled on, when the principles enshrined in the UN Charter are violated, the price we all end up having to pay is high, especially for smaller nations. As Miriam from Ireland also stressed a few moments ago. Ukraine's fight is therefore our fight, because if we allow aggression to succeed, it will happen again. It is up to us to ensure that we preserve a world, yes, way of life for the generations to come, in which international law is respected, upheld by force. Second, Ukraine's future is tied to ours, and European security depends on all of us standing together, firmer and more united than ever. This means strengthening our Europe and our collective support, militarily, financially, and politically, to ensure Ukraine not endures, but prevails. It also means that we continue to support Ukraine to achieve peace through strength, a just and lasting peace, a peace negotiated by Ukraine for Ukraine, by Europe for Europe. Third, the cost of standing with Ukraine is real. The cost of inaction is far greater. If we let aggression win, we undermine very much with unwavering solidarity. Because it is not just about one country's survival. It is about the future of Europe itself. And therefore I also welcome Antonio Costa's invitation for an extraordinary European Council in the next week. In January 2005, I stood in Kiev at the end of the Orange Revolution on behalf of the then Luxembourg presidency of the European Union. And I said, Ukraine is strategic importance for the European Union. That was true at the time. Dear Mr. President, dear Volodymyr, you can count on Luxembourg's unwavering support to you, your country, and your people. Thank you.
Дуже вам дякуємо. Ми знову переносимося в особливі місця, і зараз ми підключатимемося з керівництвом Запорізького регіону, який щодня потерпає від російського терору, від щоденних обстрілів. Будь ласка.
Dear Mr. President, dear diplomats and representatives of our partner
মাসুদের আগমন শুভেচ্ছা স্বাগতম শুভেচ্ছা স্বাগতম মাসুদের আগমন মাসুদের আগমন শুভেচ্ছা স্বাগতম প্রধান অতিথির আগমন স্বাগতম শুভেচ্ছার স্বাগতম মাসুদের আগমন ঢাকা জেলার পক্ষ থেকে শুভেচ্ছা ঢাকাবাসীর পক্ষ থেকে শুভেচ্ছা প্রধান অতিথির আগমন মাসুদের আগমন শুভেচ্ছার স্বাগতম বন্ধুরা আমার আমাদের আজকের এই সমাবেশে বক্তব্য শেষ করতে চাই। সংগ্রামী বন্ধুরা আমার, আপনাদের প্রতি আমার বিনীত অনুরোধ, আপনারা ধৈর্য সহকারে আপনারা ঐক্যবদ্ধ হন, আপনারা সচেতন হন। এই বিএনপির বিরুদ্ধে আবার ষড়যন্ত্র চলছে, যাতে বাংলাদেশে নিরপেক্ষ নির্বাচন হলে বিএনপি ক্ষমতায় যাতে না আসতে পারে, এই জন্য আমাদের উচিত এখন সকল দ্বন্দ্ব ভুলে গে, সকল কিছু মত পার্থক্য ভুলে গে আমাদের আজকে ঐক্যবদ্ধ হয়ে আগামী দিনে আমাদের নেতা জননেতা তারেক রহমান বাংলাদেশে না আসা পর্যন্ত, বাংলাদেশে নির্বাচন না হওয়া পর্যন্ত আমাদের ঐক্যবদ্ধভাবে আমি আমার তারেক রহমান জিন্দাবাদ, বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় দল ঢাকা জেলা জিন্দাবাদ জিন্দাবাদ।
সংক্ষিপ্ত বক্তব্য নিয়ে আসছে বাংলাদেশ জাতীয়তাবাদী দল জাতীয় নির্বাহী কমিটির সম্মানিত সদস্য আলহাজ নাজিম উদ্দিন সাহেব। সংক্ষিপ্ত বক্তব্য। বাংলার পক্ষ থেকে মহাসচিবকে ফুল দিয়ে বরণ করে গেছে আমাদের বাংলায় সংগ্রামী নেতৃবৃন্দ।
এখন আমরা ঢাকা জেলা বিএনপি প্রতিটি ওয়ার্ডকে শক্তিশালী করে এই আগামী নির্বাচনে আমরা যাতে বিএনপি ক্ষমতায় আনতে পারি, কেবল ক্ষমতায় আনতে পারি, আমাদের সকলকে সকলের আমাদের একক চেষ্টা করতে হবে। তাই সকলকে ধন্যবাদ জানিয়ে আমি আমার
Тепер я радий надати слово її високоповажності пані Кріструн, прем'єр-міністру Ісландії. Дякую за вашу активну підтримку України.
Thank you. Wow, it's so humbling to follow. I have two young daughters, a 6-year-old who's starting school this fall. It's amazing to see what's going on here. I want to thank President Zelensky for hosting us here in Kyiv. This is my first visit here, and I'm very honored to be here in a group of people, colleagues, among your most reliable and strongest partners. My presence here today is to underline Iceland's steadfast solidarity with the Ukrainian people and our resolute commitment to the territorial integrity of the sovereignty of Ukraine. February 24th is a dark day in European history. 3 years ago, peace in Europe was shattered. The norms and principles that underpinned the rules-based international order since the Second World War were blatantly violated by Russia. Putin's intention was to destroy Ukraine. Instead, for 3 years, the people of Ukraine have stood strong against a brutal aggressor that has launched the greatest assault on global peace and security. You have stood for freedom, for democracy, and the rule of law. You have values that basis its existence on. Because without respect for international law, without respect for the rules-based order, the security of countries like mine could easily be jeopardized. Zelensky, we recognize this. We recognize why you fight. You are fighting for the whole of Europe. But your brave fight for these fundamental values has come at a devastating cost. I express my deep condolences for all the Ukrainian lives that have been lost in Russia's senseless war. A few remarks on the situation as it stands right now. Firstly, this may sound obvious, but today the facts need to be stated. Russia invaded Ukraine. Russia is the aggressor. Ukrainians are defending their homeland and their freedom under the leadership of a democratically elected president and a democratically elected parliament. Secondly, Ukraine is the line of defense for our collective European security, and Iceland understands that. A strong Ukraine is a precondition for a just and lasting peace. Ukraine needs more support, and it must be immediate. Iceland has increased its assistance compared to last year, but we will do more. And I can announce today that my government has decided to more than double our defense-related support to the Ukraine this year to fulfill our commitments. We may be a small country, and our support in absolute terms will echo that. But we must do our share and are unwavering in our support for Ukraine. We stand with our Nordic Baltic allies as well as Europe in support measures going forward, and we will be implementing the 16th sanctions package without delay after it has become effective within the EU. Thirdly, we must project unity among like-minded countries. Europe needs to take the lead in support of Ukraine. On negotiations, there must be nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine, and Europe must have a seat at the table too. Lasting peace will not be achieved without security guarantees, and a credible arrangement that is part of a comprehensive peace agreement depends on collective European commitments. We will be willing to contribute to this effort in a way that is fitting. Lastly, Ukraine belongs in the Euro-Atlantic family of free nations. I hope that the EU accession process will be accelerated. NATO membership should remain on the table, and Iceland is fully committed to the language that was agreed upon at the NATO summit in Washington. Iceland supports you. Slava Ukraini.
Дуже дякуємо вам. Тепер я радий запросити його високоповажність пана Мілойка Спаїча, прем'єр-міністра Чорногорії. Цінуємо вашу підтримку.
Dear President Zelensky, dear colleagues, it is both an honor and a privilege to address you today at this pivotal summit, which marks the third anniversary of the full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine. This is an important moment for us to reaffirm our unity and support of Ukraine's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and freedom. This aggression has escalated into the most profound security and humanitarian crisis Europe has faced in decades. For the last 3 years, we have witnessed the horrors of war and daily attacks on Ukrainians, their homes, and their lives. Yet, they are still struggling for their homeland. But this is not only a fight for Ukraine. This is a fight for freedom, justice, and peace across the globe, aimed at preserving a world where dialogue, not war, resolves disputes. We in the Western Balkans have felt the destabilizing effect of this conflict too. For years, Russia has waged hybrid, economic, and information warfare aimed at undermining the security of the region. Montenegro condemns Russian ongoing invasion. We stand firm in our support for Ukraine's territorial integrity and sovereignty within its internationally recognized borders. Therefore, since the onset of the war, Montenegro has provided substantial support to Ukraine, including military aid and financial assistance. Montenegro has been the first country outside of the EU which has opened its doors to those fleeing the horrors of war. By providing temporary protection, safe shelter, healthcare, and education for thousands of people from Ukraine, we have demonstrated our shared humanity and shown that we are passionate for the truest world of Ukraine. As a steadfast ally within NATO and the most advanced member country in the negotiation process with the EU, Montenegro supports Ukraine's aspirations to join these organizations. We do necessary and support each other as they age. Security cooperation and long-term support. This agreement will strengthen defense and security ties, focusing military assistance, defense industry collaboration, intelligence sharing, and countering cyber and hybrid threats. In addition to that, in close cooperation with our EU and NATO partners, Montenegro has fully aligned with sanctions against Russian Federation, targeting critical sectors including finance, energy, transport, and technology. Ladies and gentlemen, Montenegro knows very well the price of peace, the importance of independence and the sacrifice it demands. Our history has taught us that freedom is a gift earned through resilience, unity, and unwavering resolve. It is in this spirit that we stand by Ukraine in its fight for the principles that bind us all: democracy, economic security, human rights, rule of law, liberty, dignity, and patriotism. While Montenegro strongly supports the beginning of diplomatic efforts to resolve the conflict, it is essential that any peace be fair, just, and uphold Ukraine's sovereignty and right to chart its own path and orientation for the future. Thank you very much. Slava Ukraini.
Дуже вам дякуємо. І я радий запросити до слова його високоповажність пана Роберта Голуба, прем'єр-міністра Республіки Словенія. Цінуємо вашу допомогу.
আমরা তাকে ধামরাইবাসীর পক্ষ থেকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। প্রিয় সাথী ও ভাইরা, এখানে উপস্থিত আছেন সাংগঠনিক সম্পাদকবৃন্দ, এখানে আছেন ধামরাই উপজেলার চেয়ারম্যান আমাদের কবির ভাই, শামসু ভাই, উপস্থিত আছেন